Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing Leetcode problem 1455. Check if a word occurs as a prefix of any word in a sentence. Okay, this is pretty easy to understand. I'm not even going to read this. Basically, you're looking to see if any of the words in sentence have the search word as a prefix. So prefix means it's in the word and it's at the beginning of the word, right? So it's got to be, Berg has got to be at the beginning of burger, right? It couldn't be Rugberg or something like that. And then we just return the index, right? And so another thing you want to keep in mind is here we see that there is two pros because there's two problems. We return the first index. And I'm sorry, it's not the index, it's the number word, right? So, basically it's the index plus one, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? As opposed to it being in the third position. And this is a string, so I guess imagine this is an array, because that's the first thing we're going to do anyways, is split it up into an array. And then if there is no prefix, you return -1. Okay. Pretty easy to understand. Let's move on over to CodePen. Get our variables and let's create our function. Then we gotta log into the console. I forgot about that. So like I said, first thing we're going to do is we're going to split the sentence up into an array. So we'll just call this array equals sentence dot split. And we're going to split it on the space, and that'll just give us all the words. So if we return array, there you go. So now we can loop through sentence, and we're going to check for two things. We're going to see if each word includes the search word. Then if it does, we need to check each individual letter in the sentence to make sure it matches, right? So, or make sure it's at the beginning of the word, right? So the way we can do that is we can do a for loop through array and then check if it includes. If it does, we'll do another for loop and we'll loop through search word instead. And then we can check if the letter at whatever index we're on is identical to the index of whatever word and sentence we're on, right? Or the letter at the index of in the word, right? I'll show you in a minute. Less talky, more righty. All right. Let I equal 0 if I is less than array. I'm going through array dot length. So first thing we can do is just check if array at I dot includes search word. Now we do another for loop. So we're going to say for let j equals 0 if j is less than. Now we're going to loop through search word instead. Search word dot length j plus plus. So then we can do an if else or if statement saying first you want to see if it's not equal. So we're going to say if search word at j does not equal array I at j, we're just going to break out of the loop. And it's just breaking out of the inner loop. And then we can say else if search word. I'm just going to copy this. So if they're equal and j equals search word dot length minus 1, so that just means we're on the last letter, right? So we've looped through search word, and at this point we're at G, so we're saying if this matches that and it's the last letter of search word, then we can go ahead and return I plus 1. And we get 4, which is what we want. So we need the plus 1, right? Remember, because this is actually, they're asking for which word is it in the sentence, right? So this is the fourth word, but in the array it's going to be index 3, so you need that plus 1. And so if we don't come to this condition ever, that means there is no search word prefix. We got to return -1. All right, we're going to paste this in Leetcode and try it out. Let's format our code. I'm just going to go ahead and submit it because I know it works. There we go. And it's nice and fast too. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a like. It helps my channel to grow. If you'd like to see more like these, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.